What's good, guys? So today we are going to be training chest. What you can see me doing right here is finishing off on my dynamic stretching, something I do advise before you start your workouts. So today the chest exercise is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be training all the chest parts. So I'm going to be training my upper chest, my mid chest, and my decline. I'm going to be starting off on decline. Normally I do incline press, but today, as I said, I thought I would switch it up. So right here, what you can see me doing is my warm-up sets. I actually said I did one, but I did three because I was sharing the machine with someone else, and I wanted to have constant rest periods. So I did few warm-up sets before I actually started my workout. So right here, this is my second warm-up set. What I focus on is bringing my elbows in together, keeping my chest up high, getting 1 second stretch at the bottom, and pushing it back up, keeping a constant rhythm. So although I was meant to focus on form and mind and muscle connection during this workout, I did go quite heavy. So this was my third set. I think this was the sweet spot of me. I shouldn't have gone any higher than this in terms of weight. So right here, similarly, same thing, keeping my chest up high. At some point in time, you can see that I wasn't really locking out anymore. I usually don't lock out. I leave just a bit of angle on my elbows, but I couldn't even get that close anymore. Similarly, right here, I shouldn't have probably gone up in weight. I was only able to get about 3 or 4 reps on this, and it just didn't feel natural anymore. So I ended up dropping the weights down, to about 80 kg and just repping out. I mean, it was 5 plates worth of weight that I was used to doing for reps, but when you're really trying to keep, the focus and the control and the contraction, it's advised that you just drop the weight and be safe. So what you're going to see me doing in this exercise quite a lot is going from a pressing motion to a flying motion, and the reason for that is because I'm able to get in more blood into my muscle after I stretch the fascia with the flying motion. So what you can see here is some decline dumbbell flies. My aim of this exercise is to get to the bottom half of the movement and get a 1 second stretch and use my chest, so flex my chest at the bottom to bring my elbows back up together. And similarly to the machine press, I try to make sure that the distance between my elbows are as short as possible, still keeping my chest up, and I'm just making sure that I'm not rounding my back. So one thing that you can see me doing here that I don't advise doing is getting the dumbbells as close together as I did, but it was my last set on this exercise, so I was quite tired, and yeah. So next up, we're going to be moving over to incline press to hit the upper half of our chest. Similarly, one thing I didn't record here is I actually did a warm-up. I tend to do a warm-up with every before I start every exercise, even though it's just the bar or 2 kg dumbbells, whatever it is. So right here, this is my second working set, I believe. So similarly, I try to imagine I'm bending the bar, keeping my chest up, focusing on squeezing my chest together when I get to the top position. And yeah, I'm actually just looking at how much I was struggling on 60 kgs. It's not something I normally struggle at. However, when you're really trying to focus on contracting your chest rather than pushing the weight, it's a completely different story. So right here, I shouldn't have probably have gone up in weight. I think I should have stayed at 60 kg, but this was my last set and my friend was around, so I told him, what, why don't you just give me a spot, and I'll attempt 100 kg. Still trying to keep constant tension on the chest. It is something I think I shouldn't have done, because my form was going out of the window slightly. I think my mid back was slightly off the bench right there. So over here, we're moving over to some machine flies. Something I didn't mention in the description was the fact that I Actually did 5 seconds contraction at the top, 5 seconds eccentric, and 5 seconds stretch and hold at the bottom, and then 5 seconds concentric. So this is actually a real-time video. This was how slow I was going. I don't advise loading, for this exercise with the holds and the 5 seconds. I don't advise loading up the machine because I got to about the 3rd rep and everything was burning. So it's more focused on time under tension. Although I said 8 to 12 reps for most of my sets, I was only able to get about 8 reps, 9 reps out of it. So similarly, as you can see here, the stretch at the bottom, and then keeping my chest up high, so no rounding of the chest. You don't want that. Once you do that, you're defeating the purpose of the exercise. So next up, I'm moving over to some flat bench press. This is not something that I do occasionally. It was something I did about 2 years ago, but since I've been prepping and I'm competing for the past 2 years, it was something I laid off from, just to avoid the risk of, reduce my risk of getting any injuries. It is something that when I do, I feel a lot of strain in my shoulders. So right here, what you can see me doing is some contractions. It is something I advise you do in between your sets. If you finish your chest workouts every now and then and you never feel sore, do this in between your sets. Squeeze and get your elbows together as short as possible. You will really feel a nasty burn. So right here, what I'm finishing off is on some cable crossovers, 4 working sets of 15 reps, top and bottom. As you can see, similarly, aim is to keep my chest up high and get my elbows together and have the shortest distance possible. It wasn't happening here because I think at this point of the workout I was literally done with all the contractions in between my sets. But thank you very much, guys, for watching the video. If you do like this method of videoing, with the voiceover, please drop a comment, and subscribe. YouTube has been giving me a lot of hassles for using music video songs in my videos, so yeah, definitely had to change something. But thank you very much for watching, and yeah.